Hi guys, and welcome to the first episode of Off the Air. I'm your host, Luke Tillery, here with our amazing co-hosts,
Lacie,
Emalee,
and Morgan.
All right, and today, our very first topic today is going to be the 80s. So what do y'all know about the 80s?
I know that my mother was born in the 80s, and she really likes to talk about the 80s a lot. A lot.
My mother used a lot of hairspray. That was the only thing that she used on her hair for like 10 years, the whole decade. So yeah.
I don't know much about the 80s because my mom doesn't talk about it.
All right, so I'll give you guys some information about the 80s. The 80s is when scrunchies first came into fashion. Jazzercise was the biggest form of exercise at the time, and neon was everything. Also in the 80s, the very first MTV Music Awards aired.
Wasn't like MTV, like what would MTV like equate to in something in like today's terms?
Okay, so
MTV, it's still a thing.
No, but like it was really big in the 80s. But like
MTV, like you guys remember like when we were like 10 and Pandora first came out?
Yeah.
It was kind of like that. So like basically no one thought in the very beginning that it would ever become big because it was just the channel that aired music videos. But when it started doing that, everyone realized, because like at the time, not every song that was big had a music video. Most of them didn't. If they did have a music video, it was released on TV. They didn't even have like physical copies of them, and most of them would be live performances and not an actual music video. And then some people started doing them, and people were like, we could make a channel out of this of just showing music videos. And so that was kind of what they did, and it ended up like exploding, becoming something that was extremely popular. And in 1984 they had the very first MTV Awards, which ended up being a huge success, and it kind of the popularity exploded from there.
Why do you know so much about it?
Why do you not know so much about it?
It's a
I don't know.
legendary Lacie. Thank you, though.
Why do you not know so much about it?
Oh my gosh. Okay, well we're gonna okay, so basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna start off from 1980 and try to make our way all the way to 1989 through the entire decade. Can anyone guess what song we're starting with?
Like a prayer.
No, that came out in 1989. This has to be a song that came out in 1980.
Okay, I get it.
can we get a genre?
Rock pop.
An artist?
Madonna.
No. She
It's
didn't
not Madonna?
No, it's not Madonna.
She
Whitney
wasn't big in the
Houston.
80s, was she?
She became big in 83 and 84.
Boom.
Yeah, so this is 1980. So the band we are starting off with is Blondie.
Oh,
I was just gonna say that.
Blondie.
What do you guys know about Blondie?
I know that
Miley Cyrus.
Shut up, let me say
I'm
it.
so
I know
sorry.
that Miley Cyrus did like a really good cover of Heart of Glass by Blondie, and it was really good. And so I listened to Blondie a little bit, and so all I really know is Heart of Glass.
Okay, so they did the Heart of Glass, Call Me.
What's that?
So
They did Heart of
good.
Glass, Call Me, One Way or Another. Do you guys know that song?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, yeah. And
What song?
One Way or Another.
One Direction.
Oh my gosh.
One Direction
And then they
covered
I can't remember the other song that they did that was like really big that everyone
I don't know. Let me go on Spotify. And
yeah, let me go
publish it.
back to my music playlist.
Hey, I'm pulling it up.
Oh, The Tide is High. That was their other big one.
I don't think I've ever heard
It's like if you heard it, it's one of those songs. But if you
Luke,
heard
sing
it,
it. Sing it.
I can actually play it. Oh, it's like the tide is high. Don't know the words. It goes like this or something.
Oh, interesting.
tide is high
and I'm holding
Yeah. The
on.
only reason I know
I'm gonna be your number one.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not the kind of girl who gives up just like that.
Oh. All right, so we're actually gonna start off with our very first song, "Call Me." All right. So what do you guys think about that?
It was a really good song.
Yeah, it's a real bopper.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Did you guys? Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a bopper. Everyone knows that song. Definitely a song that has carried on through the.
I think that's on my mom's workout playlist.
I feel like that would be a really good party song. Like a lot of 80s stuff, especially like electronic pop or like stuff with the synth, would be like really good party music, and it makes me really nostalgic for a time that I wasn't even alive.
Yeah. It's very like psychedelic rocky.
Yeah, like
know?
it was. You can definitely tell that it was a byproduct of the transition from the 70s to the 80s. This is gonna be around the same time that the death of disco happened.
Oh,
Do you guys know
okay.
about that?
No.
Okay, so basically, disco had become oversaturated at that point, and they literally had like I don't remember where it was, but I think it was like 1979 or 1980. There was like a huge riot, and people were bringing all their disco albums to. It was like some big. It was a baseball field of some big like major league team, and they like burnt all of their records, and it was known as the death of disco.
Oh,
And
wow.
for 15 years, you never really heard a song that was inspired with a disco sound. It wasn't until Madonna's Vogue that brought in elements of disco and house music that really started bringing more of those disco-y sounds back.
They did the same thing in that 70s show.
Yeah.
They burned all the disco music like at a party in the middle of like the woods or something.
Yeah.
That
That's
70s show is
crazy.
no
It
longer
was like
on
a-
Netflix,
it was like
though.
a-
I've never seen it. I was
Um,
going to watch it, and then they took it off before I could watch it.
It was like a nationwide thing. All right, so now we're going to skip to 1984. Do you guys know what song we're doing from 1984?
No idea.
Is it Madonna?
Yeah, I'm
Of
just gonna
course.
say.
But can you guess the
everything.
song?
I
Because-
don't know any
No.
Madonna songs
Okay.
other than
So a little,
Vogue.
a
That's
little,
Madonna, right?
yeah.
Can I guess? But I'm kind of cheating because like I helped make this. But is this Material Girl?
Yes. Okay. So.
Oh.
Okay. So.
Like from Stranger
So in 1984, Madonna
Like that's the
became
only
big.
way that that's the song
Lacie,
is
listen.
famous.
So in 1984, Madonna had a couple hits. She had Holiday, Lucky Star. It was kind of like Dua Lipa before she released Future Nostalgia. Like she was a household name, but everyone thought she was going to be one of those ones that had a couple hits and then kind of faded into obscurity. The very first MTV Awards, they asked her to perform. She was going to perform an unreleased song. That song was Like a Virgin. In the middle of the performance, she had a wardrobe malfunction and kind of had to she basically like improv'd the rest of her set. Ended up becoming a household name because of how provocative the set was at the time.
So she pulled a Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, she basically pulled a Miley Cyrus before
Miley-
pulling a Miley Cyrus
No,
was a
Miley
thing.
Cyrus pulled a Madonna.
Yeah, yeah.
Basically,
And
yeah.
she was basically thrusted into being an icon off of one occurrence, and she kind of built her whole career off of
And like
of
her
that.
whole image and stuff.
Yeah, like that was whenever like the term boy toy was kind of became into
Mm-hmm.
Pop culture was
Yeah.
because in the middle of her performance her belt said boy toy, and it became like like the huge frizzy hair, all of that was kind of influenced by Madonna, and like that edgy girl look, like the ripped gloves, stuff like that was all influenced by Madonna in 1984.
So
Like even down to her music video though, it was like legendary.
Yeah, okay,
Like
so
the meanings and
this
everything that she would
music
do.
video was a spoof of Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend from Marilyn Monroe. And the whole entire music video is one big spoof off of it. And the song goes into detail about how she is a material girl, and if you want her, you need to buy her a whole bunch of expensive gifts and raise like her net worth and everything.
Period.
But the music video actually shows like a reverse of that. Like if you want her love, you need to show her that you actually love her and not just buy her expensive gifts. And it ended up being a really big music video at the time. That is also how Madonna kind of became that famous, was because she really used music videos to influence what she gave her followers. And that was part of the reason she became so big. She like Michael Jackson released Thriller and everyone was like, oh, Thriller, it's a dance music video. It was one of the first dancing music videos. She kind of piggybacked off that and reinvented what dancing music videos were at the time. So now we're going to start Material Girl. This is 1984.
Some boys kiss me, some boys hug me. I think they're okay. If they don't give me proper credit, I just walk away. They can beg and they can plead, but they can't see the light. That's right. 'Cause the boy with the cold hard cash is always Mr. Right. 'Cause we are living in a material world, and I am a material girl. You know that we are living in a material world, and I am a material girl. Some boys romance, some boys slow dance. That's alright with me. If they can't raise my interest, then I have to let them be. Some boys try and some boys lie, but I don't let them play. Only boys that save their pennies make my rainy day. 'Cause we are living in a material world, and I am a material girl. You know that we are living in a material world, and I am a material girl. Living in a material world, and I am a material girl. You know that we are living in a material world, and I am a material girl. Boys may come and boys may go, and that's alright, you see. Experience has made me rich, and now they're after me. 'Cause everybody's living in a material world, and I am a material girl. You know that we are living in a material world, and I am a material girl. Living in a material world, and I am a material girl. You know that we are living in a material world, and I am a material girl. A material, a material, a material, a material world.
All right, so what did y'all think about that?
It was really good. I've definitely either played it on Just Dance or listened to it somewhere else.
You want to hear the funny thing? The first time I ever heard that song, I was at church.
Really?
Yeah, they played it like at church. Like that's the song that they played because they were like, materials are worth nothing in the eyes of God. And then Material Girl started playing, and I was like,
Okay, so you want to hear like what's something like a really cool fact about it? So Madonna herself was like kind of the one who made synth pop so famous. Because like at that time, synth was used, but it wasn't like the main part of a song. Do you know what I mean? And Madonna whenever she first became famous, a lot of the stuff she was producing was mostly synth. And when that music became big, she was like kind of like, because you know how like now if you listen to like Just Dance or, you know, songs like that, they're mostly synth. That she kind of helped escalate that into popularity.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I literally didn't know any of this.
So now we are going to move to 1988. And can any of you guess who it'll be?
Second icon, Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
Wow.
Can you guess what song?
No, I have no idea.
Okay, so this song is called So Emotional.
Never heard of it before.
Okay, so I had
So
never
emotional.
I had never heard of it until I was watching RuPaul's Drag Race.
Of course.
Luke made me watch
at-
the
at-
iconic video.
Yeah, okay, so in it was the last lip sync battle of the entire season. Whoever wins it wins the crown.
Wow.
And in it I think it was I don't remember who the other girl was.
Yeah, we don't even know
But
her name.
Sasha,
That's
no, she's
what
actually
she
really
did.
good, and I'm like really mad at myself that I don't remember her name because she's like one of those people that like, you know, you just know off the top of your head.
Yeah.
But Sasha Velour, who's known for being like a bald drag queen, that's like her whole thing was being bald. She starts it off with like this beautiful long red wig.
Mm-hmm.
And as it would get to the chorus, the first chorus, she throws off one of her like ball gown gloves and roses like explode out of it.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
And then in the
they
second
don't
chorus-
they don't even explode. They like fall down like in the most like
Yeah, like it like
legendary way.
Yes.
throws out of it. And then it gets to the last chorus at the part where it's like, I get so emotional. But like
Yes.
she's like crying while lip syncing to it, and she grabs her wig and she shakes it off and rose petals fall
No!
out of it.
Oh my
Yeah. And it
god.
pans to the crowd and all the crowd just gets up and they're like,
The other girl should have just literally quit.
yeah,
Like,
the,
it was
the
done
other
for her.
girls, the other girls
just
in the
know.
back, like step and turn, step, kickball change.
Yeah, no, literally, it was awkward for that.
Okay, all right, so I'm going to play it now, and we'll see what y'all think.
I don't know why I like it. I just do. Hearing your heartbeat inside of me, I keep your photograph beside my bed. Living a world of fantasies, I can't get you out of my head. I've been waiting for the phone to ring all night. You wanna make me feel so good. I got another home, babe. I shouldn't get so hung up on you. I remember the way that we touched. I wish I didn't like it so much. I get so emotional, baby, every time I think of you. I get so emotional, baby. Ain't it shocking what love can do? Ain't it shocking what love can do? Ain't it shocking what love can do? I gotta watch you walk in the room, baby. I gotta watch you walk out. You do. I like the way you move, and when you talk, I just watch your mouth. Oh, I remember the way that we touched. I wish I didn't like it so much. Oh, I get so emotional, baby, every time I think of you. I get so emotional, baby, ain't it shocking what love can do? I get so emotional,
All right. So what y'all think about that?
That was really nice.
Yeah, it's a real bopper. Definitely, it definitely screams 80s.
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure.
Oh yes.
The late Whitney Houston. That's
What an icon.
she really was. Well, like
Mm-hmm.
so, like she was so big that like everyone knows Madonna as like the queen of pop, but like she was so big that Madonna has done interviews where she said that she would have nightmares of her, like in her dream she would wake up to like her manager or her producers telling her that her new song got beat out by a Whitney Houston song.
You're kidding.
No, like
That's
she said
crazy.
that it'd be something that she would wake up in like hot flashes from because she was so scared that like the songs she was producing were being outdone by Whitney Houston.
Oop.
Because like Whitney Houston's like pure like raw vocal talent
Yeah.
when Madonna has always been about the performance of it. And like
Yeah,
even
like
though
the-
she's really good at singing, she has never been like a singer. She's always
Yeah.
been a performer.
She's like an image. Like
Yeah.
she influences. She's not there to like belt it.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so now we are moving to 1989.
Wow.
Can y'all guess what?
Is
me-
this Wake Me Up Before You Go Go?
No.
Dang it.
Can you guess it? Or just the artist right now?
No.
No.
No, no.
Got nothing.
All right, so we are back with Madonna for Like a Prayer. Okay, I
I've
bet
never heard
once
this, I
once
don't
you hear
think.
it, you'll definitely know what it is.
Okay.
So by this point, Madonna's no stranger to controversy. She had the MTV music performance that thrusted her into, the public eye. Then her next album, True Blue, was released, and the big controversy with that was the song Papa Don't Preach, which is about a teen pregnancy and the woman in the song asking her father what he thinks the right course of action is. So it went from that album to Like a Prayer. Like a Prayer was released, and the music video was so controversial that at that time she had a $3 million advertising deal with Pepsi. And you have to think about like inflation. That's probably what, like 10,
Tons more
10
than it is now.
10 or
Back
15
then.
million dollars now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's
it was so
crazy.
controversial that a month into it, they drawled out of the deal, but let her keep all the money.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
So they only aired like one commercial of her, and then they had to
Deal.
stop airing it because people were saying that this music video was too controversial, and they had dropped in sales because she was the spokesperson at that time.
Madonna
They
does
said
not
boy-
mess around.
Yeah, and then after that, she would start the Blonde Ambition Tour. And for those of you who don't know, the Blonde Ambition Tour was what really made what tours are today. The Blonde Ambition Tour, like before that, tours were kind of just the singer gets up there, sings. If they dance, it's like a step and touch and a turn, nothing extravagant. The Blonde Ambition Tour was such a big change from what everyone was doing that she ended up actually getting arrested in multiple countries because the show was considered too
Provocative.
extravagant, basically.
That's
Like she
crazy.
got arrested in Canada and because the show was too provocative, even though if you like watch it now
Canada, you're
now it's
tripping.
not even considered provocative. Like you look at that and you're like, it's just like a regular show, but that was like how different it was. Like just
So-
it's a completely different time.
She really paved the way for like modern like
Yes,
artists.
like
performers.
you think of like nowadays people get up there and they're in like pantyhose, high heels,
Yeah.
and then like a short dress or something like that, or like whatever they're dancing in, like their costume, and you don't think about like how scandalous it might actually be because we're so used to seeing it. At that time, none of that had ever been done before, and it all kind of really cemented her place as being a superstar who was known for controversy or
It was kind of like
controversy.
Elvis for a while when he started doing
exactly.
his little hip
Like,
move.
Yeah, it was kind of like that. Like everyone was like,
Yep.
"What's going on?" Also at this time, Dick Tracy was being released. She was one of the stars in Dick Tracy, which was actually a kids show. After Like a Prayer, she released an album completely modeled around like the 1930s and the 40s in jazz, and
Yeah.
it was a really great album if you listen to it. Obviously, something not everyone's going to be interested in, but a really great album. So yeah, now we're going to
Thank you for the history.
Yeah,
behind that.
you're like a whiz.
like honestly, don't.
Like honestly, Luke, did you memorize your fast facts? Okay.
No, girl,
Honey,
he been
honey,
knew.
whenever I was born, I came out and I was like, so whenever Madonna was 32.
Oh, yeah, exactly. That's exactly what happened.
Literally.
All right, so here we go.
Life is a mystery. Everyone must stand alone. I hear you call my name, and it feels like when you call my name, it's like a little prayer. I'm down on my knees. I wanna take you there in the midnight hour. I can feel your power, just like a prayer. You know I'll take you there. I hear your voice. It's like an angel sighing. I have no choice. I hear your voice. Feels like flying. I close my eyes. Oh God, I think I'm falling out of the sky. I close my eyes. Heaven help me when you call my name. It's like a little prayer. I'm down on my knees. I wanna take you there in the midnight hour. I can feel your power, just like a prayer. You know I'll take you there like a child. You whisper softly to me. You're in control, just like a child. Now I'm dancing. It's like a dream. No end and no beginning. You're here with me. It's like a dream. Let the choir sing when you call my name. It's like a little prayer. I'm down on my knees. I wanna take you there in the midnight hour. I can feel your power, just like a prayer. You know I'll take you there when you call my name. It's like a little prayer. I'm down on my knees. I wanna take you there in the midnight hour. I can feel your power, just like a prayer. You know I'll take you there. Life is a mystery. Everyone must stand alone. I hear you call my name, and it feels like home, just like a prayer. Your voice can take me there, just like a muse to me. You are a mystery, just like a dream. You are not what you see, just like a prayer. No choice, your voice can take me there. I'll take you there. It's like a dream to me. It's like a prayer. I'll take you there. It's like a dream to me. Oh, it's like a prayer. I'll take you there. Just like a prayer, your voice can take me there. Just like a muse to me, you are a mystery. Just like a dream, you are not what you seem. Just like a prayer, no choice, your voice can take me there. Just like a prayer, your voice can take me there. Just like a muse to me, you are a mystery. Just like a dream, you are not what you seem. Just like a prayer, no
All right. So what'd y'all think?
Iconic.
Honestly, yeah, iconic.
Yeah. So yeah, so like after this, she went on to go into the Blonde Ambition tour. Honestly, mega hit. We, like
Luke is literally a fanboy for Madonna.
I
Like,
literally
what?
know everything about her. I was there at her birth. Okay, so
Oh my god.
He was there.
He was in attendance.
I was the doctor, like reincarnated.
Girl, stop.
So yeah. All right, so that does wrap up the show for today.
Awesome. Thanks so much for
Thank
having
you
me.
guys for being here.
We
We
wouldn't
had
have had a
lots of
show.
fun.
Exactly.
Without your Madonna information.
Madonna facts.
Honestly,
Period.
I could have made this whole list about Madonna.
I
Like,
feel like
You
this is
could
a
have just sat
hobby.
here and talked the whole hour, and
I-
you would have
I
filled up
hon-
all the time.
I could have gone on for. I could have pulled up videos. Like if podcasts were something you watched instead of listened to, there would videos.
Oh, yeah, for
we
sure.
were just talking about how if we have a Harry Styles episode, that'll be me, Morgan.
Yeah, because we actually don't listen to these songs.
I mean, yeah, these
We're
are
all
nice
sitting at the
throwback.
computer and we just skip 30 seconds into it. We're like, yeah, put that one on the list.
People know that one.
Yeah.
Well, that was really fun.
We're like, put like a prayer. How do you spell prayer? Who made it? Madonna.
What year?
Yeah. All right. So thank you guys for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Have a nice day.
Bye.
Bye.